Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Russians report another failed Ukrainian counteroffensive. So, according to the Russians, the Ukrainians attacked on Monday, and now they say, wait, they also attacked on Tuesday. Well, here in the United States of America, it is still Monday, and Europe is Tuesday. And it's very strange to some, and I explained that it shouldn't be strange at all, why the Ukrainians deny they started a counteroffensive, and why the Russians claim, yes, they started one. The Russians provided also losses on Monday coming from the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians, probably because this is my interpretation of this, of their denial, is because they're not successful. If the counteroffensive really started, the Western media says, yes, it might, yes, Russians definitely say it started. Ukrainians obviously have no reason to, advertise losses. So they're not going to say, yes, we started, but we failed it already 2 days in a row. So let's see what this article has to say. And this article comes from Reuters. Russia says it thwarts another major attack in Ukraine, inflicting heavy losses. So this article is from Monday here, but Tuesday over there in Russia or Ukraine. Russia said on Tuesday that it had thwarted another major Ukrainian offensive in Donetsk, inflicting heavy losses while Ukraine hailed progress in fighting in the east, although it was unclear if it marked the start of a long-anticipated Ukrainian counteroffensive. I read a few articles coming from the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians are all celebrating. The Minister of Defense I'm talking about, Hanna Maliar, came and said, and not only, came and said that they are advancing in Bakhmut. They got the higher ground covered in Bakhmut. So I don't know if that's true, as I don't know if this one is true. But this is the second day the Russians are claiming, hey, these guys attacked, and they claimed losses. On another article that I saw today, the Ukrainians claimed that there were about 9 trucks with wounded stopping in somewhere in Russia with wounded soldiers, military Russian soldiers wounded. I don't know, something is obviously occurring over there, and these guys have no interest in saying, yes, we're losing, or the other ones, yes, we're winning. Obviously they say it, the other guys are, no, nothing happened. So let's see what else these guys tell us. On Monday, Russia said Ukrainian forces over the weekend had begun a major offensive in the southern part of the Donetsk region. I covered that in an article this morning, which it had also thwarted. Ukrainian officials have made no mention of any broad, significant new campaign, although in his nightly address on Monday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was enigmatic, hailing, and I'm quoting, the news we had been waiting for, end quote, and forward moves in Bakhmut in Donetsk. Russian President Vladimir Putin well, okay, this is telling us what they did, and what we find here is at the bottom where they tell us how much territory the Russians conquered. So we have Russia now controls at least 18% of internationally recognized Ukrainian territory and has claimed 4 more regions of Ukraine as Russian territory after annexing Crimea in 2014. So the Russians have been losing, but somehow they control 18% of whatever they were losing. Remember, I think you remember, maybe the Russians were told that they are advancing in the first, month? And then nothing. They were losing continuously. They were losing. It is true that the war, stagnated, stopped over there, got to a kind of standstill. Then it was a Ukrainian counteroffensive in October, I think, something like that, which was the real offensive. The Russians said that, hey, we just positioned ourselves behind the rivers, the whatever. Okay, you did that, no problem. The Ukrainians took over. And since then, aside from Bakhmut, Soledar, which also fell, was not much over there. Well, we'll find out. Little by little, the truth will come. As I always say, the lie has long legs. By the time the truth comes, the whole world knows the lie, and then it's harder for the truth to disperse the lie. All right, this is it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.